Quarantine to holiday poetry reading and conspiracy theory exchange, I suppose. We don't have too many readers on. I've got, I guess, 5 now. Phyllis is going to look for something. Pat might have something. I expect she does. And I have a couple of things I can vamp with. Vicki, you said you had something you could go right away with. Could you start us off?
I'll start. How many do you want me to read? 1?
You know,
2?
you can have 5-7 minutes, I suppose.
Read at least 2.
Yeah, read at least
Okay.
2. At least 2.
Okay, this is called Sorting Old Christmas Cards. Wrinkle-free friends dressed up yet out of style appear on old picture cards I've kept too long in boxes of keepsakes. I toss the tarnished gold-printed names of strangers and keep the cherry ones with names scratched by arthritic fingers. And I keep the cards pressed to carved block, their handmade paper hung by an artistic couple now gone. Life is grand, we're covered in snow. The trivia breathes in and out, like life itself. And words, though trite, speak of hope. These I'll keep, and the ones that tell how children grow like weeds. My home is overrun as the boxes refill. And that one was Sorting Old Christmas Cards. And then this one is Christmas Stars. Overhead, Lilliputian lights needle prick this midnight taffeta sky. Color of the dress I wore to the white Christmas dance, all swish and crinkle. It rustled with air too sharp to breathe. In the dressed up gym, stars of foil over cardboard caught light, reflected cold beauty, ate with magic about to end as the last song played. The parents sat in big 1960s cars, exhaust huffing into the night. Somehow they too seemed changed. Like Cinderella's footmen, the ordinary now regal beings transformed to escort the prince and princess home.
I like that.
Me too.
Yeah, nice.
Oh,
Okay, do you want me to end there or do you want me to read one more?
read another one, please.
Read another, please. Yes.
This is called Another Christmas Letter. Every year, my family contributes a column and we put out a Christmas letter. What do they want, these relatives, long ago friends, and mere acquaintances of my husband? Truth or exaggeration? A chuckle, a tear, a pause as they winnow down the stack of cards in December's mail. Our audience is too diverse. I feel the eyes of voyeurs peeking through windows I open with our news. A son loses a job, a tornado destroys too much, a house is sold at a loss, the economy tanks, Uncle Scrooge, enough. I dig for last season's bundle to read names printed in gold, to stiffen like the cardstock until a few words tap my shoulder and I see a face I still love. I vow to open up to my relatives and friends. But then the writing comes, both good and bad. News wants to be told. I read my own letter and feel the eyes of acquaintances narrow. She tells too much to those who prefer her name in gold, an elegant card to flip open and shut. And those are my 3.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Yes, great.
Well, we're off to a great start here.
Good job.
I want to invoke the founder of the feast before we go on to another reader. Let's see. Tina, will you be able to go next?
As soon as I'm unmute, yeah, I can go next.
Okay. Well, I want to read one here real quickly from Phil Miller. I came across the other day. I hadn't seen him in quite a while, and then we'll get to you. So, Phil Miller, this is called The Same. Read my eyes, we say. No, read mine. a kind of parlor game. You're thinking, things will never be the same. I'm thinking, things will always be the same. You're thinking reconciliation. Let's be friends again, you say. I'm thinking, when was that? I'm thinking, reconciliation to what? To this? To that? It's a kind of parlor game. Things are still the same. It's double solitaire. You stare, I stare, hold out a card or two. We can't win or lose. You on your side, I on mine, up in the air, up in dead air. Read my eyes. No, mine, read mine. You're thinking resignation. I'm thinking quits. I can't go, and time sits and sits. It's a kind of parlor game, and things are still the same, the same.
Nice. Yeah, I love that one.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Okay, Tina is going to read something from her husband, who's indisposed, I guess. Lynn Norton's poem. This is Tina Hacker.
Thank you. My husband, Lynn Norton, who was sitting right behind me on the couch, wrote this for this reading. It's called Expiration by Lynn Norton. My resolution for the new year: purge pantry of expired products. Discard 5-year-old beans, 10-year-old condiments, desiccated Halloween candy. Some expiration predictions exceed my life expectancy, made me wonder, where's my expiration date? List of ingredients, useful instructions. I've looked everywhere. No dates, QR or barcodes, prompts for handling, storage, disposal. No warnings to reject if seal is broken, sell by Friday, consume or freeze by Monday. Science claims all encoded in DNA. Too cryptic for easy viewing. Better to stroll through family cemeteries, read stone labels, take notes, calculate averages. The coroner will record my expiration date, decode instructions written on remains, fully cooked, handle with care, contains peanuts, refrigerate after opening, recycle.
Great.
Wonderful.
That's
Good
great.
job, Lynn. Good job.
Good job.
Yes, indeed. Very good job.
Now,
Okay.
I have one more I wasn't planning on
Yeah.
reading, so it's totally unrehearsed, but
Please.
it's for my book. And everyone see golems,
We
which
want
is
you to read from there.
which
I missed your reading, so I want it'd be nice
Yeah.
to hear one of your poems.
well, this poem
Oh,
isn't in the
Lord,
book. It's in my previous book, Listening to Night Whistles, but it does have a golem. There's one word in there, davening, and that's a Jewish kind of prayer where you sway back and forth. A golem for Hanukkah. Task: increase the magic of the holiday. Twinkling globes punctuated neighbors' windows like bold-faced fonts. Green, red, blue, adventurous purple, all proclaiming Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. Sarah's windows were bare. Hanukkah has its own lights, her mother said. 8 days of lights, 8, she emphasized, like the number of flying reindeer. Sarah watched tall, inflated Santas wave on her friends' lawns like modern day heroes, and pictured marching Maccabees. Then a low pitched davening of wind blowing through bare branches summoned an ice golem. Before her mother chanted the first holiday prayers, Sarah shouted, "Come see the golem, the Hanukkah golem outside." Sarah's mother scolded her for making things up, spit into the air 2 times to chase away demons. Sarah believed the golem left her packages that year. She welcomed snow and sleet, sure he remained hidden under drifts. Thank you.
Yay.
That was fun. Let's see. Yeah, Kathy, are you with us yet?
I am. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. I have
That's-
one by Phil. Actually, I could
Is
read
that
two.
Pat or is that
That,
Kathy?
that's Pat, that's Pat. Go ahead.
Okay.
So
Well,
I have,
this is Pat Lawson. Yeah, go ahead.
okay, I'm going to read one by Phil and see how it goes because I haven't been able to rehearse. So
Where did,
Kansas City Christmas Carol. my love, let us suppose it's some fine snowy Christmas day. There must be snow, for snow transforms things. Let us suppose that you are standing at the corner of 31st and Troost Avenue, and that the snow is slowly covering dirty streets and littered walks. And, and, and that the snow is even frosting the pawn shop windows bright, making spirits bright. Let us suppose that some drunken and wine-besotted derelict comes slowly down the snowy streets and finds, yes, even you, standing there and asks for, let us say, a quarter for a little Christmas cheer, and shows you, or tries to, his old war scar. What I mean to say is, love, on that Christmas day, would you have turned his way or looked down on the snowy ground, waiting for the lights to change? I
Oh, yeah.
really like that poem.
I do
Yeah.
too.
Yep. Yeah.
I could do one more by Phil. It's in the book. Sorry, I don't know what book it's in. It has no cover. So, in Christmas Children, how quickly they take to it, having slipped short years before, red and shining into light. Now they rub their eyes, but think nothing strange that we decorate with light, with electric twinkles. On trees, we haul in from the weather and spray with snow made for the occasion. They think it natural, too, that we sing songs about real snow, dream of more freeze and cold, here in the dead of winter, to celebrate the birth of babies. They know that birth is a strange, risky business, still enjoying the Christmas scramble quickly, like they were born to it.
that's a great one.
Yeah, it is. I like it a lot too. I'm done. I'm out of
Okay.
material.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Pat. Gloria, you have something, don't you?
Can I
Gloria,
wait? Can I wait a few turns?
Of course. Let's see. I need to ask Chloe, do you have something you want to read?
And Sharon wants to say something.
Oh, Sharon's here. Okay.
I had trouble getting on. You know, all know how I am.
Okay. Glad you made it.
Yeah.
I still write on paper.
All right.
Chloe,
I'm ready.
Okay, go right ahead,
Can you
Chloe,
hear me?
please. Yes, please.
Okay.
Chloe Wagner.
I
everybody.
lost my dad this week, so I was hoping you'd get to me before I
Oh,
dissolved in tears.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
yes, we're all sorry.
We're all sorry.
Yeah.
It's funny. I've written, I'm sure, over a dozen poems for my mother, but not one yet for my father. So maybe this will help prime the pump today. Okay, so I've got two poems that I plan to read. A winter poem and a Christmas related poem. So I'll read the first one I'm going to read is The Heron. And we have a courtyard at the IRS building, so that's what this refers to. The Heron. Taking a break from the numbers and the letters, tools of my trade, I see baby koi, goldfish, skirting ice, forming on the pond of our courtyard. I think, fish, here are fish, and cold. It is quite cold. It is wonderful how the cold clears your mind of all extraneous thoughts. Then a heron, as if overhearing my thoughts of fish, flies over and lands on top of our building. I see just the silhouette of his long neck, then his body and legs as he steps to the edge. He is a big bird. I stand and stare in the cold. Then he flies away, long legs streaming behind.
Nice.
That was
Yes,
great.
there, I like it too.
Do you have another one, Chloe?
Yes, so this is called How Do You Keep Baby Jesus in the Manger? How do you keep baby Jesus in the manger? The headline asks. Rulers have been asking that for millennia, as time's been inching forward millimeter by millimeter. There's been worldwide thefts, the website maintains. Baby Jesus gone missing everywhere. Can we glue him down? But no. I suspect that's not what really happened. No blame to cast, no culprit to catch. The fact is, baby Jesus tongue rode up and left the manger. They all just want to keep him safe, where he won't cause any trouble. In December, his birth, and in spring, his death. Nice and neat, like whiskey. No talk about his teachings in between, or following his example. Please, no talk of him overturning tables, no mixing with ice. You don't want no tables turned. But I have seen him out and about just the same. I've seen him protesting hatred and injustice and getting mowed down by a neo-Nazi car. I've seen him in my hometown dishing up food for the homeless, and city officials then taking it all and pouring bleach on it. I've also seen him place water in the desert so thirsty migrants and their children wouldn't die. Again, officials pouring, this time water into sand. At least one child we know now has died from the lack of a cup of water. And I've seen many someones remind us of something Jesus said, whatever you do not do for one of the least of these, you did not do for me. Jesus has been standing with us all along. That's why the folks in power want to keep him away in the manger, safely away, so they'll stay safely in power. The second coming of Jesus won't come with him riding a cloud down from the sky. It comes when we all finally get it. We're all one family. We're all each other's keepers. It comes when Jesus leaves the manger and enters the world through our hearts.
Oh, Chloe, that you have some marvelous, outstanding lines in that poem. Like they don't want the tables to be turned and away in the manger. I mean, it's very, very powerful.
Yeah,
I agree.
I love
Thank
that.
You
you.
should have read last, I'm sorry. We could have been kind of gone out on that.
Maybe you can read it again. Maybe you
And-
can read it again.
It's outstanding. It really is.
Truly.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, do you have anything else, Chloe?
Chloe?
Well, a Christmas or holiday theme, could I read something of some other type?
Yeah. We do, just to stay organized here, we do suggest Christmas or holiday or winter or some kind of solstice theme, but really read anything.
Just put the word winter in it, Chloe. Just say,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
winter.
I have one that uses winter I'm going to read in a minute, but yeah, go ahead.
Well, this is one I pulled up because this was written for my Aunt June as she was nearing the end of her life. It's called No One Thing. And the second N-U-N is the Hebrew letter Nun. Okay, no one thing. None. Only a nun can help us now, nearing life's end, stripped of memory and volition. None. The candle of the soul, nevertheless, burns faithfully. None. Emptied of ourselves, we look up at the vastness of stars and contemplate how precious this one little life we have.
Oh. Thank you, Chloe.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much. Kathy Allen, are you still on the line?
I'm here. I sorry about the computer issue, but that's life. Okay, this is kind of a rough Christmas poem. It's got a lot of marking on it, so I may not read it correctly, but anyway, it's called Another Year. The editorial headline read, "I hate Christmas and you should be okay with that." But I wasn't one of those kids. I had tons of cool stuff all to myself and a dear dad who would once again spend, then pay. I don't deserve sympathy like kids who got nothing. I cried over flannel versus nylon. I don't know why. I was spoiled rotten. In the newspaper and on TV, the state of the world is hard to look at. I sometimes curl up with black and white movies, cozy up with gangsters who die in the end and are redeemed. A Peruvian woman in the news, I can't erase her from my mind, is trying to get her mother's remains exhumed from a secret mass COVID burial pit, but all the bodies were tossed together without records. My nephew texts 3 more friends died this week of cancer. I text, I'm sorry. He texts, that's life. The little girl with a colorful headband in the St. Jude ad says, the worst part of cancer is knowing you have it. Hospitals fill up again. We had 40-some show up for a family picnic in October at the lake. We had all the food we could wish for. If our hardworking patriarch had been there, he might have looked over the clan in astonishment and remarked, I never knew there would be so many of you. I was stressed, but it was some fun. There were no trips to the mall or frantic internet searches, no masks, no fights, nobody died. A friend asked, what do you want for Christmas? I look at her blankly. Just a little something, she adds. Is Christmas another sucker punch, along with songs like, it's the most wonderful time of the year, echoing from the store speakers while I'm buying groceries? With John Lennon's Imagine and Traffic's low spark of high-heeled boys, the man in the suit has just bought a new car from the profit he's made off your dreams, have made any difference? It's something somebody else had been driving.
Wow, Kathy.
That's it.
I know, isn't that something?
That's great.
No kidding. No kidding.
Way to reframe. Do you have anything more for us, Kathy?
No, that was the only one I was reading. That's rather long. I think it's long. That's enough. But thank
Okay.
you.
Oh, of course, of course. I want to do one here. I don't know if I've ever even talked about how much I enjoy Christina Rossetti, and she has one with that uses winter in I just really like how it works. It's called Winter, My Secret. I tell my secret? No, indeed, not I. Perhaps someday, who knows? But not today. It froze and blows and snows, and you're too curious. Fie! You want to hear it? Well, only my secret's mine, and I won't tell. Or after all, perhaps there's none. Suppose there is no secret at all, but only just my fun. Day's a nipping day, a biting day in which one wants a shawl, a veil, a cloak, and other wraps. I cannot ope to everyone who taps, and let the drafts come whistling through my hall, come bounding and surrounding me, come buffeting, astounding me, nipping and clipping through my wraps and all. I wear my mask for warmth. Whoever shows his nose to Russian snows to be pecked at by every wind that blows. You would not peck? I thank you for your goodwill. Believe, but leave that truth untested still. Spring's an expansive time, yet I don't trust March with its peck of dust, nor April with its rainbow-crowned brief showers, nor even May, whose flowers one frost may wither through the sunless hours. Perhaps some languid summer day, when drowsy birds sing less and less, and golden fruit is ripening to excess, if there's not too much sun, nor too much cloud, and the warm wind is neither still nor loud. Perhaps my secret I might say, or you may guess.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love that.
Good
I
one.
love
That's
that.
a good one.
All right. Let's see. Carl, lay it on us, man. Carl.
Yes, had to unmute. Sharon, did you get said what you wanted to say earlier?
Oh yeah. What was?
Well, I'll read and fill in wherever you need me.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You'll be after Carl, I think.
Okay.
Randy, that was a wonderful poem. I had my phone muted.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah.
You're
Christina Rossetti, not mine.
This is an old one, and it's actually a mashup of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus by L. Frank Baum, and Barney the Vampire by Thomas Prescott Press, with some spackle by me. Save the children. I heard the infernal clack, clack, clack of hooves on the roof. Still groggy with rum and Ambien, I stumbled to the living room to find him there, a fat red man like 1.5 million leeches rolled into one, surrounded by his minions with their pale green skin and sharp teeth. I watched with suspicion as they tugged on something stuck in the chimney, a sack bulging with who knew what unwholesome contents tumbled down. Then he turned those undying eyes on me, his cheeks still flushed, his belly distended from his most recent hideous feast. And I don't know why the creature chose me from the maggoty mess of mankind for this visitation, but I had to think of the children. And if you're ever in similar circumstances, you should know a stake of holly through the heart works just as well.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
funny.
Do you have another one for us, Carl?
I do. I was looking to, when I realized how few there were, I looked through old poems to do another old one you've probably all heard of before, so I'll go ahead.
Yeah.
Christmas in Heaven. It's not as festive as you might think. There's no point stringing lights when it's always day, and the birthday boy says it gives him the willies to see things hanging from trees. To most of the saved, it's just another day. That is to say, the same blessed day, God love it. But Jesus hosts a small party for the 12, plus Paul, and Judas too, in heaven on a one-day pass. The fish, bread, and wine never run out, and the guests are a merry group, except for Paul, who sips water and purses his lips when the rest get tipsy, and Peter tells bawdy jokes, John starts flirting, and Jesus does impressions of his father. And except for Judas, who drinks like you'd think a man would when he's been roasted for a few centuries. And every year it ends the same. When the spirits are highest and Jesus starts showing off his latest parlor tricks, Judas stands and says, "How is that peace on earth thing working out, JC?" And in the silence that follows, he staggers out the gate and home to hell, wishing the saints, as he goes, much enjoyment of heaven. That's it for me.
Yay. Yay. Thank you very much. Sharon Eicher.
Thank you. I'll start with one from a guy named George Grand.
Oh,
And I think that since alcohol is an issue around holidays, I think it still fits.
All right.
It's called Here I Am. Falling down drunk as usual. First comes the buzz and the lure of thinking how much I love every man, woman, and child, how I could help make the world better. I had just one more drink, which I find is then comes the phone, snarls my mask, and then it's nothing doing with me. Sure, you say, get some help. But I know guys like me think they'll save the world, make it better. And they get mean too. They kick me in the ass. If they could. And they don't use a bottle to get like that, do they? George Grant.
Oh, that's great.
I had a dream that there was a sad boy about 8 years old sitting outside on a stoop crying, and a fox came up to him, and he reached out and petted the fox, and it turned into a lovely lady, and she embraced him. And I wanted to write a story, but I didn't want to tell that story. I wanted to get close to it. I don't know if I did. I tried in a short form story I've been trying to work on, which is a page short story.
All right.
Usually 5 paragraphs. Here it is, A Christmas Memory. It was a quiet little country town. Nothing special to brag about. The people quietly went about their business, minding their own business. The neighborhood Jose lived in was orderly and quiet, not at all like Mexico City, where he had lived before his father got a job at a food processing plant. If I was to describe Jose, the one word I think of is sad. A year after the 8-year-old moved to America, his mother died. Her death left Jose and his father alone in a strange land. Father's job paid well, but it took all his energy so hard. Jose would sit on the stoop outside the patio door and look up at the stars. The sky was so clear away from the bright lights of Mexico City. On these cold, clear nights before Christmas, Jose would hold his mother's rosary in his hand and pray to hear her voice sing a lullaby to him one more time. One evening, as Jose grieved, a stray wandered up and sat by his feet. Jose reached down and petted the lost dog. As Jose told his sad story to the dog looked up into Jose's eyes as if he understood every word. Each night, Jose would save a scrap of food for this new friend. As Christmas drew near, Jose's sadness deepened. Gifts arrived from his grandparents, but plastic toys brought him no cheer. He wanted a hug and a kiss on the cheek from his Nana, and a ruffling of his hair by the rough hands of his grandfather with an attaboy. Father was especially weary on Christmas Day, and he fell asleep on the couch listening to the loud voices of the football commentators. It gets dark so early now. It was dark after supper on Christmas night. Jose went out the sliding glass door and sat on the stoop. He drew his knees up to his chin and hugged his legs, tears rolling down his cheeks. He had a piece of turkey breast from dinner lying next to him. Before long, the little stray dog came to Jose. He had a gift for Jose, a stick, an ordinary looking stick. Jose took it and tossed it away. The stray dog retrieved it, and the game was on. After half an hour of play in the moonlight in the backyard, stray dog ate his turkey and wandered off, leaving Jose with his sadness and a stick. But this was no ordinary stick. When he pressed this gift to his heart, he could hear the sweet voice of his mother singing his favorite lullaby. "Is that you, Mother?" he asked. Jose raised his eyes to the heavens. When he tells the story to, I was sure I saw a star twinkle in heavens. This gift of love soothed the young Jose's suffering. It was the best gift of all, for a lonely boy from a not so ordinary stray dog, a stray dog that just happened to wander by on Christmas night. Jose slept peacefully this night with his gift pressed close to his chest, the voice of his beloved mother singing in his ear. It was a Merry Christmas miracle. The greatest gift of Christmas is love, and it always has been.
Oh, Sharon, thank you.
Oh,
A really nice.
yeah.
book.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yes.
Do you have anything else for us, Sharon?
Sure.
Yeah, do one more.
A short poem that is one of the few I memorized easily. I can always memorize the lyrics of songs, but
Right.
poems not so. It's called The End Times. Volunteer trees cozy up ancient silos. Overzealous vines wind around windmills. Armadillos belly up beside the road, joining possums and raccoons. Mother Earth takes a rickety breath as her Amazonian lungs burn.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's
That ought to
fitting.
cheer
Nice.
everybody up.
Yeah,
Merry
right.
Christmas.
Thanks, Sharon. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Eve,
I don't have anything today.
no?
No,
What?
nothing.
Do you want to dance? No? All right.
No, I have enough trouble trying to figure out how to get my dinner to the table and myself to the bathroom while hobbling around on a walker. So that's it for right now.
Yeah, we're really not that close, but
What?
I'm kidding you. I'm kidding
And
you.
you better be.
Gloria, would you like to read now?
Yeah, okay. I didn't have a Christmas poem, so I was looking for one. I found one. Well, kind of. It's a winter poem about snow.
Yeah, that's bullseye. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
It's called Snowed In. On the slopes, I'm out of control. Falling is hard, not falling, harder. I turn my back on soaring, turn my back on challenges, and leaving my snow-laden sun to face the elements alone, trace my way home to a pained panorama of frenzy and grace. I can cope with that. Sipping mulled tea, I watch the evergreens and aspens welcome winter, hear their icy branches insistent at my window, trying to tell me what I already know. I can still make out each separate bough, see it gently shrugging off the years. Tomorrow, these trees will look regal, their spines upright and strong, and before long, they'll be making green and gracious overtures to spring. I dread the snow, hide from it, knowing that each flake will leave its mark. In the distance, everything is out of focus. I see through my son's myopic eyes the hazy landscape as he braves the coming storm.
Mm.
Oh,
Let us
Nice.
hope
Very
we
nice.
don't have a coming storm in terms
I
of
Beautiful.
Thank you. In terms of COVID and all that crap.
Oh,
Yes.
yes,
Scary.
Yeah.
Very scary.
It's coming, so,
it is scary.
yeah.
That-
Do you have anything else for us, Gloria?
Not really.
Okay. Okay. I came over prepared. I also had a long one of Phil's that I was prepared to read, but I don't want everybody hanging on here. Does anybody else have anything they want to share?
Eve, did you read?
No, I'm not this time, Gloria.
Yeah,
And-
yeah,
Okay,
She's a poop,
Stephen
yeah.
Blaine, Stephen Blaine, are you reading?
yeah, I asked him. I didn't hear from him.
Philip?
I'm sorry. I've been juggling family and dog walking and dinner and things.
Sure, that's
No
good.
problem. No
That's a
problem.
lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry. I haven't been here very long, so I don't want to step on anybody's toes.
No,
but
no. Steel-toed boots all
Not at
around.
all.
oh,
Go
all
right.
right. Well, I'm a singer-songwriter, and I've got a song about winter, so I thought that would be
Oh,
appropriate.
please, yes.
Yeah, great.
We don't get enough music.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
This is I was actually kind of editing right now, but I'm all right. Winter time is here again. The leaves have all gone brown. Thanksgiving's come and gone. The holiday countdown is on. Winter time is here again. Smiles all aglow, and times at night when stars are bright, old winter makes it snow. The firewood is glowing, it's toasty warm inside. Outside it's cold and snowing. Let's find a sled and ride. Winter time is time to share our loving memories. Wish everyone much joy and fun from sea to shining sea. Outside it's cold and blowing. Let's find a sled and ride. Winter time is here again. Icicles in trees. Santa's on the corners and lots of red and green. Wish everyone much joy and fun from sea to shining sea.
Huh.
Oh,
Great.
Lovely. That was lovely.
wow. So much,
Thank you,
so
man.
much
Fabulous.
wonderful.
More.
Great voice.
Yes, wonderful voice.
Thank you.
Do you have another one for us, Stephen? Even
Well, I again, if you would indulge me, that's great. This is the other side of
indulge
the,
us, please.
this
Yeah.
this is the other side of the spectrum. This is called Christmas Ain't Christmas No More.
This is
And,
more our style, I think. Yeah.
Is
yeah.
that right? Okay, that's good to know. Okay, all right, here I go. Christmas ain't Christmas no more. It don't snow the right kind of snowflakes without you. All the carols that they sing sure don't have the Christmas ring as they did for you and I before. Christmas ain't Christmas no more. All those Christmas tidings just don't feel the same. It's a wonderful life is playing, but it's not for me. I'm saying, oh, Christmas ain't Christmas no more. All the lit up Christmas trees and the smiling families and the happy reveries are just things to drink away. How many times I took a pass on you or midnight mass. Hell, I'm always such an ass. Now I'm alone on Christmas Day. All those lit up Christmas trees, all the smiling families, and the happy reveries are just things to drink away. How many times I took a pass on you or midnight mass. Hell, I'm always such an ass, and I'm alone on Christmas Day. Christmas ain't Christmas no more. Seems like just any other lousy time. Like the day my old dog died and I huddled up and cried. Oh, Christmas ain't Christmas no more, no more. Well, Christmas ain't Christmas no more.
Dude.
Are y'all sad now?
Yeah, yeah. I want to see
No,
that show
I
though.
want to cry. That's great. Oh, I just love it.
Yeah,
I'm
very
weeping.
Me
Are you
too.
crying? Oh, good. Oh, then it worked. Okay.
Yeah,
See?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's
a lot.
that's the craft. That's the craft of trying.
Well, it was good crap. I love it. Love it.
Well, thank you. Thanks for the opportunity to share that with you.
Yeah, do come back. Keep him on the list.
Thank you.
Does anybody have anything else they'd like to share with us?
I'll read.
Oh, please, Mary Frances. Mary Frances Wagner, everybody.
These are older because I haven't written about anything recently about winter or Christmas, but this one is called Strangers at the Holiday Table. Every December, my mother added leaves to the table, as her mother did, places for guests with nowhere else to eat ham or yams, turkey or pies, leaking juices through latticed crusts. They circled our table, hair parted, forks angled, laps napkined in. When the last dollop of whipped cream melted on tongues, my mother passed out baskets, unlabeled packages. Dad roasted chestnuts gathered from our yard. Anyone might have thought we were family, bundled in parkas at the door, waiting for cabs or warming cars. I remember wind tangling their hair, arms clutched around scarves and leftovers, their shoes worn, their names already gone. Nice.
Oh.
And then this one is, this is for Phil and John Mark, and it's called After a Stiff Drink. Randy and Doris, Marjorie and Sam, Phil and John, We can't call them back like their familiar scents, musk, lemon, lavender, clove, or ink. Gone before finished, leaving cat clock, sweaters folded in cross-armed hugs, buckeye, batik swirled into a cape, Egyptian scarab clicking in a pocket, unbottled Zinfandel waiting in oaken darkness, or glass ornaments hung on a holiday tree. Its blinking lights calling, the ornaments spilling chimes, or the slipstick note like a tuning fork ringing from an empty glass.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, wonderful, Mary Frances. Thank you.
Very love it.
Didn't sound old. No.
I didn't know. Well, you know, I wrote it after.
Perfect.
Well, okay, yeah. Well, you know, things like that should remain universal. So
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. That looks like that's about it, everybody. Unless somebody's got something else to share with us. I want to thank you all for showing up for the Riverfront Holiday Reading Open Mic. Does anybody have any announcements?
Yes.
Carl has announcements. Turn it over to you, Carl.
Well, I just wanted to urge anyone who hasn't to give a listen to the Kansas City Legal Women Voters podcast, Talk Vote. You can just search for that, Talk Vote, wherever you get your podcasts. And Mike mentioned that the most recent one that's up now talks a little bit about our MC Randy in the first few minutes. Nothing bad, just if anyone looks bad, it's us for having stuff that people trip over.
It's an honor just to be nominated.
Can I ask where everybody is? I'm just curious.
Most of us are in Kansas City.
Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Cool.
Where are you?
I'm in Manhattan, where we're battening down the hatches for this blizzard or whatever's going to be coming.
Wow.
Manhattan, Kansas, or Manhattan, New York?
New York.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Where?
We have one too.
Upper West Side. Upper West Side.
In the
Couldn't you tell? Couldn't you tell? No.
Well, I'm from New York. Can't you tell?
Oh, okay.
So how did you hear about us?
I'm you know, I was just, I'm always looking for a place to you know, to share my work, and I today you said it had a lovely ad for this afternoon, and thought it'd be great. I hope I'm on your email list, and you'll let me know about stuff.
Do we have him, Carl?
I mean, I think I had to add it to sign up or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't get. We don't harvest those emails. So.
Oh, all right. So then, can I just paste it into the chat and
Sure.
and then-
Yeah, text it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Cool.
That
should talk
leads
about harvesting.
to that leads to membership. It's you're talking about the Writer's Place e-blast, which will announce everything. So I just want to remind everyone, if you haven't renewed, the end of the year is coming, time to renew your membership dues or join maybe for the first time. And we're looking forward to 2022. And who knows, we might even meet in person sometime when
be
it's
nice.
away. Thanks, everyone.
Randy, Walter's here. Walter's here. I think he wants to read.
Walter, where are you?
I'm right here. I didn't even realize that I had signed up for this meeting, but then I received this delayed email that told me that I had. So here I am. I apologize.
Good.
Oh, you caught us just in time. If you've got something to share, please go right ahead.
Well, actually, I do. I just received copies of the Concho River Review, and I have a poem in it called Beyond Beyond. Let me turn the light on here just a minute. No matter what we do, no matter how much we forget about what we did, no matter how much we forget what we are doing, no matter how, if we come up with all of the wrong reasons, we wander out of sight without comrades or luggage. With wrong right and right wrong, we learn to travel light. but never with speed enough to escape the gravity of days and decades, winning and losing different corners in the same dank cell. No one comes back from their wounded earth, raw and erased quickly by spindly weeds. No matter how many claims we leave behind, with and without the trail of Gretel's crumpled post-its, there never was any choice. Yes, a will to be free, but not free will. It's in the timing, and yet little to do with the ticking or flashing of watches. This measured context that contains us, schedules us, even as the door slams behind us. More or less, too much. Our urgent calculations blindly guide and obstruct every step of the way, even in our desperation to step away. Clinging to a promised resolution is not transformation, much less disappearance. As our souls are polished into a bright darkness, as others see the backs of our heads in the airport concourse, or they stand on the terminal sidewalk waiting for the light to change and shouting out our names that we no longer know. Thanks.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Thanks, Will.
That's
Yes.
wonderful. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Okay, I think
So Walter,
we,
you came in right at the end.
at the very end, you saved us from,
So
Glad you
thanks
made
for
it.
closing us out, you know? That
yeah,
was
thanks
cool.
so much.
That's great.
Thank you, everybody. Be careful out there. If
Merry
you
Christmas,
even go out
everyone.
there, and
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Same to
Yeah.
you.
Christmas.
Yes, happy holidays.
Happy holiday, everybody.
Yeah.
Many
Hi,
holidays.
Gloria.
Holiday.
Happy holidays. Thank you.
See you in the new year.